Hello everyone, my name is Shikha Patel, and today I will be sharing my honest review of Target Test Prep and my test prep journey. So a bit about me, I went to Berkeley and studied business for undergrad, and then I've been a consultant for about 3.5 years. So before I launch into my test prep journey, a brief note, and I want this to be a motivating factor to anyone who feels that they are not a natural test taker, because trust me, I came into this with I don't feel I'm a natural test taker at all. So for context, my first GMAT that I took, the official test at the test center, I scored a 650. And this was the old GMAT. Through Target Test Prep, I was able to increase that score to a 710. So that was I was very proud of that. But then I decided I wanted to launch into this GRE journey. So I will talk about that a little bit more as well. But my first GRE, I think just right off the bat, as a practice test was around a 318. And then I was able to increase it, and my final GRE score that I submitted was the 329. So again, very much you can put in the work and you can get there. So don't feel discouraged. With that, a little bit about my test prep journey. So I started right after college. I wanted to take the GMAT just once because I heard that was the thing to do. But at that point, I didn't really know about TTP. I studied using the huge textbook GMAT official, and I wasn't able to score very well, as I mentioned, around a 650. I kind of dropped it at that point, and I went forward thinking I wasn't sure about the MBA yet. But then 2 years ago, I guess I started my GMAT journey again. But this time I heard about TTP through my firm, and they just shared it was a resource, and I signed up. And I haven't looked back since. I mean, it was awesome just being able to open up my study plan for the day and just get right to it. I didn't have to waste any brain cells thinking about what to study. I actually just started. And then at times it felt like it was gamified because the quizzes you do and the little sections you finish, you get check marks, and it was pretty fun for me to be able to have that motivating factor. So for the GMAT, I found it was incredibly useful. I mean, the jump was pretty crazy. Mainly, I needed help with the quant section, so I felt the quant for the GMAT was very thorough, and it covered everything you need to know. Then fast forward to my GRE study plan. I decided to take it just to see if I'm better at this sort of test, and I was, because I noticed the math was pretty transferable from the GMAT, so I didn't have to spend too much time on the math. But in order to score well on the GRE verbal, I would say the best tip is to get really crisp on your vocab. Once you have your vocab down, I feel it's a lot easier to score well. So I felt the TTP vocab resources were pretty great. They have the flashcards with the most common words, and I just used that. And I also used some external resources as well, but mainly TTP to keep me on track. And I supplemented it with outside stuff. But that was my TTP journey. I think it was I'm obviously a big fan of TTP, but I just wanted to share here that I feel it is very much doable if you just put in the hard work and follow TTP's study plan. All right, good luck.